Hello, everybody. Welcome. It is Wreath Wednesday. This is Wreath Decor by Dawn. I am Dawn. Come on in. Say hello. Tell me where you're from. If you're new to my page, say hello. Tonight we're going to be working on a lemon themed swag. So I have a 24-inch teardrop swag here that we're going to use. And then I've got a bunch of greenery and flowers and different things that we're going to put in it. I also have this little box sign that says, you can barely read it because it's got a metal plate on it, but it says, when life gets sour, sweeten it with gratitude. So we're going to use that tonight. Excuse me. And then I've got some ribbons here. We'll make some bows. And like I said, I've got some little flowers here and some greenery and some other green picks that we're going to use. See what I'm doing? So again, somebody asked me on Friday, and I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was. I was going to go back and look and see who it was that had mentioned it. But somebody had a order for double doors swags, and they'd never done one before. So I said I would do one tonight just to kind of show how I do it. Then that hopefully will give them some idea to get theirs done. So I'm using a 24-inch swag tonight. So it may look small, but by the time we get done with it, it's going to look pretty full and pretty long. So this is the 24-inch that I'm using, but let me show you the difference. This one here is a 30-inch. So these are all the pine ones. Some are a little bit different. Like this one here has got these big pieces, different pine in them. This one doesn't. It's just the evergreen. Hello, everybody. It was you, Samantha. Okay, good. I'm glad you're here. So this is a 24 that we're going to use tonight. This is a 30. And then I also have a 36. I don't have a 32, but this one I did at the retreat. So this is a 32. A 36. So this is a pretty long one. So it depends on what size door and how big she wants it to look. But I'm going to bet that either 30 or 32 is going to be better for your door, for the double doors. So this is how this one looks. And we're going to kind of do something similar, except we're not going to have these big flowers in here because we're doing a smaller one. So like I said, this is one I did at the retreat a couple weeks ago when I went to Nashville. So let me throw that one off to the side there so we can, I'll just lay it on there. What the heck? It's not going to hurt anything. They're all flowers. Hello. All right. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to make a bow. Now, I did pull out some mesh because you can use mesh in them if you want. Because basically it's going to hide under everything else, but it's going to give it a fuller look. So you can just cut, hey Brenda, you can just cut however big you want your pieces. Now for a 24, I probably wouldn't cut them but 20 inches. But if you were doing something bigger, you could do them at 24, 20, 30, 35, however big you wanted. And then you just ruffle it up and you put it in and you use the ties on here as your tie and wrap it around that mesh. You only have to wrap it around once. It's really not gonna, it doesn't take a lot to hold it in. So welcome everybody. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to do our bows first. I want to make 2 bows, and because I'm using a 24-inch, I'm going to use 1.5-inch ribbon. I didn't want a big, I didn't want the bow to overtake it. So I'm going to use this one first. So I've got this lemon one. It matches my sign. It's got the black and white check on it, on the sides, and in the inside of the sign itself. Again, this is a wooden sign. It's a square. It's 4x4, I believe. 5x5. Yeah, 5x5. And this came from, I want to say it came from the Christmas tree store, but I'm not positive. There's no sticker or anything on it, so I don't know. But anyway, that's what we're going to use. Hey, Susan. I loved your bicycle wheel. All right, so we're going to do a 3-2-1 bow. I would say, does everybody know what a 3-2-1 bow is? But it's not like y'all can raise your hands and I can see you. So, I mean, you could on there, but it would take a while. All right, so I want the tails long because I'm going to go down the side. So I'm going to just go out as long as my arm will go, and then I'm going to gather it up. I don't need to do that there. And then I'm going to do 5-inch loops. And I'm going to do 3 loops on each side. Hello. Thank y'all for joining me tonight. Make sure you share and give us a like and a thumbs up. If you're not already following my page, I would appreciate it if you would. You can also join my email list and get updates when I go live that way. I send out an email the day I go live. I try to send it out a couple of hours beforehand. And you can do that by typing in the word email in the comments, or you can go to the animated envelope at the top of my business page and follow the link there to put in your email address. But typing email, I'll send you the link to sign up. You can't put your email in the comments because I can't put you on there. You have to do it yourself. All right, so we got our 3. So I want my tails to be the same length. I'm going to cut that off. We're done with that one for now. All right, so we got 3 loops on each side. They're 5 inches long. I'm going to spread these out. Can y'all see? Let me move this a little more. My workspace gets smaller. You're going to be using 32. That's good. If you're going to use 32 and use mesh, I would cut them at, let me see, for me, I would do, I'd probably do 20, maybe 24 inches. I'm going to do yellow next. So I've got this just solid yellow I'm going to use. This one, I don't need the tails to be as long. Well, you know what? Maybe I will. I'm not going to make all 3 of them that long. I'm trying to think which one I want to use, though. I think I'm going to use the yellows. Let me make sure it's the same length. Now it is. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you're new to my page, my name is Dawn. This is Wreath Decor by Dawn. We go live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, this one I'm going to make about 4.5. I'm only going to do 2 loops on each side. 4.5 I said, right? Yeah. Really, what I would do is I would just cut one and see, ruffle it up and see how the length looks to you. And if you think it needs to be longer or shorter, then just adjust it that way. Are you going to be using greenery or just mesh? All right, so these, I've got 2 on each side. Let's go with, and those lengths may be too long, but I'll show you what I'm going to do with them. Well, I don't know why I put a pin in it, because I'm going to make another bow when I'm done. Hope I have enough of this one. Well, I'm not making the tails as long for this one, so it's okay. And sit down, please. Thank you. We had a big old thunderstorm here just about the time Susan went on in the group. All right, so this one I'm only going to do about 15. That's true too. It does depend on how many pieces of mesh you're going to use. Some people can fill it up with mesh and others just want a little bit of accent. I'm going to do this one about 4 inches. It just depends on the look you're going for. Oh, nope, just one. Forgot what bow I was making. Alright, this one, I don't need the tails as long. I'm using mesh and greenery, that's good. That will work. Alright, so I'm going to use a zip tie. Where are they? There they are. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use black zip ties. Alright, so the first one's going to be to hold my bow. So I'm going to get that up underneath there. Thank you, Susan. Everybody give Susan a big old thank you for helping us out tonight. Hello, welcome. All right, before I tighten it all the way, I'm going to put another zip tie through the back. And this is going to be the one that I use to put it on the swag. I'll use those to hold it. And then we are going to fluff it up. Get in there and, as hardworking mom says, break the bow. All that does is breaks it down at the tie where your tie is and gets those loops looking pretty. Go. And we'll cut the tails as we need them. So there's one bow. We're going to make one more. Yeah, it just depends on the look you're going for. Do you want to fill it up with it, or do you want to just use it to take up space? You know what I mean? Like an accent. All right, that one's done. Some of them you can just put pieces down the center, maybe 1 or 2 in the middle. Other people will fill the whole thing up. Good evening. All right, now that that's in place, I'm going to tighten it. Alright, so there's the one bow. Now we're going to use the same ribbons and we're going to do a smaller bow, or a regular bow. Maybe we'll do 2. Yeah, we'll start with the same one. This one, I don't want the tails as long. I'm going to do about 12. So I'm doing 2 loops. I love this ribbon. It's really nice and thick. It's not a cheap ribbon at all. I'm gonna have to get me some more of that. Alright, one more here. Yeah, this is the swag we're using tonight. It's a 24-inch teardrop swag, pine. It's got different kinds of pine in it. Yeah, we had a thunderstorm come through really quick about dinner time. Hello! And scared me to death because I was in the bathroom doing my hair and a bolt of lightning struck. Sounded like right out in my driveway. And then not long after that we heard sirens. So it sounded like they came into our neighborhood, but I don't know where they went. Alright, so now I'm doing one loop of that one. And then we're going to do 2 of the plaid. So I did 2 loops on each side, 1 loop, and then another 2. Hello, how are you? Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. Getting to the end of the roll with this one. I'm going to have to get me some more. I need to go to Carolina Pottery. One of the other girls went today to one of them, and they had so much stuff that I really want. Hey, Barbara. I wish this thing would stop flying off of here. Once we get the bow done and we get going, this is going to go really fast. Swags don't take very long at all. The bow making is the longest part, probably. I am not using mesh in this one. Well, look at that, right to the end. Well, I definitely have to get some more of this now. I think this was the last roll I had. We could use this for our center loop too. Don't need to worry about that. Let's do 8 inches. Getting different themed wreath orders. That's good. An Eeyore wreath. But be careful with that trademark stuff. Disney is not one you want to fool around with. We were just talking about that today. Alright, there is my second bow. We're going to use another black zip tie. Going to go up underneath. Do you really, Susan? I didn't know that. You've been holding out on me, huh? Alright. Get my other zip tie up underneath here. Alright, now we're going to spread these out and fluff them. Alright, and I have moved all of my greenery around already and have a little channel going here where I'm going to put things. I'm using this little box sign, and it says, when life gets sour, sweeten with gratitude. And it's got the black plaid background, so we're going to play off of that. So we're going to put the bows on first. Let's put the big one in. No, 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 no. All right, so the teardrops flags have a metal spine, and that's what you want to attach your bow and everything to. And most swags will come already with a loop somewhere on it, but that loop usually is not very big, so you want to make your own. And you take the two longest pieces on the back, and you can take those pieces and tie them together. Just twist them. Hey, Joanne. And then that makes your loop for hanging. Now they have a smaller one here. You can use that as well, but it's really small. And it's hard to find if you don't know what you're looking for. Thank you. All right, so let me undo this. All right, we're going to take this bow, we're going to put it up at the very top, just underneath where that loop is. And I'm going to put my zip tie down around the spine. And I want to make sure that I zip tie it to that. Don't zip tie it to a branch because it could slide off of there. And don't tighten it too tight, because again, you don't want your bow to look sunken. All right, now these two longer tails, I'm going to take and pull them off to the side. And we're going to make some loops that go down the side and tie them off. So I'm going to take it about, and I'll show you real quick. Let me get a piece on here. I'm going to bunch it up, and I'm going to take my greenery and I'm going to twist it around it. All right, so all I did was pull it out a little bit, give it a little bit of a poof so it's a loop, and then we're going to do that down the whole thing. So probably give you 3 loops on here, depending on how big you make it. So I'm just taking the greenery, I'm bunching up the ribbon, taking that end of the greenery, and I'm twisting it around it, and that's going to hold it in place. Yeah, we just had that discussion in our business group too. All right, and then at the very end, I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to come in just a little bit. So this is all I'm going to have left of it. Gather that up, and I'm going to twist it around this branch down here at the bottom. And then that other bow is going to be down here, so it's going to, this is all going to blend in with it. So now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Bring these out. And I want to try and keep them about the same, in about the same place, so that they look even. Yeah, Disney is definitely one you do not want to mess with because they hold no punches. And if you're new to my page, make sure you say hello. Tell us where you're watching from. And if they don't look like they're even or long enough, you can pull it because it's just wrapped around that branch. Pull it out so you can get it pretty even with the other side. Yeah. That's the reason people have trademarks, so that people can't do stuff like that. So you got to be really careful with stuff like that. And we're going to do the same thing at the bottom. I'll hold this up for you here in 1 second. Hello, first time watcher from Massachusetts. Well, thank you so much for watching. Welcome. We're so happy you're here. There we go. Oops, I probably did that backwards. No, I did these backwards. All right, let's get the lemons and that going in the right direction. Lemons on the inside. There we go. All right, so there is our ribbon poops. And then these I will curl and cut after I figure out where I'm going to put my sign. Sign has already got pipe cleaners on the back of it. And I put them in the corners because I want my sign to kind of go catty corner or crooked. And I just use regular pipe cleaners. And I want to get those around the branches and down to the back. Welcome from Kentucky. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure y'all give our page a follow so that you can watch us when we go live. I go live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And starting this week, my other Friday live will be on YouTube. We're going to start doing our live over on YouTube on Friday to kind of build that audience. So many people have had their pages hacked and lost their pages, and I don't want to be one of those people that doesn't have a place to go if something like that were to happen to me. So we're going to start building that up over there. All right, so the sign is in. How is wet staying in place then? Make what are we talking about? What's not, what do we need to see what's staying in place? Let me get this greenery on the other side here. With the evergreen ties, it just holds it in there. It uses it like a tie. So let me show you with this one. Here, we've got a piece of ribbon right here. All right, so I'm just taking the tie, if you can see it right here. I'm just grabbing one of these ties, and I am taking it. Let me do it this way. And you bunch up your ribbon, and you take the tie, the end of it, and you twist it around and bring it right back out. And that holds it in there. It's not going anywhere. But yeah, you make the loop going around. There we go. And it's secure in there. It's not going to go anywhere. That holds it in place. And you just undo it when you want to take them off. I hope that helped. Alright. Now that I keep messing this up. Alright, so there's our sign in there. Now I'm going to take these and we'll cut them down just a little bit. I'm not going to cut them dovetail them. Because I'm going to curl them up anyway. So these will be curled when I get done. I'm going to curl them right now to get them out of my way. There we go. All right, now we're going to take our greenery. So I've got some eucalyptus leaves here. We're going to use some of those. I like this yellowish green. I thought that was pretty. I don't know if I'm going to use it. These right here, I don't know what kind of flower they are, but they reminded me, if you've ever seen a lemon tree, they look kind of like the little flowers that you get on a lemon tree. So I thought I would use a couple of those. They're not lemon blossoms, but they look like it. So, and then we're going to use some ficus. These are hydrangea leaves. We're going to use some of those too. So we're going to cut these off. 1, 2, 3. Cut that off right here. So we don't need them that long. May not even need that full. So let me cut it down again. We'll just use 2 leaves. Because you don't need a whole lot. We're just filling it in. So I'm going to dip this in my glue. Oh, geez. My glue pot is not hot enough. I just added more glue and it's not hot enough, apparently. So let me get a little bit of the glue on there. And everything sticks really well to the evergreen. So all you gotta do is push that in. And then you've got those leaves. Yeah. We, in California, my mother-in-law has got a lemon tree in her, well, it's not in her yard. It's kind of in between her yard and the neighbor's yard. But the neighbor lets her get the lemons off of it. So some of these I'm going to lift up and I'm going to tuck them in underneath. We're just giving it a different texture. The greenery came from Sims Pottery. It's a wholesaler in North Carolina. They have one in Georgia. And if you have a wholesale or resale license, you can order from them online. So I'm just taking the hydrangea leaves and snipping them off to make several different pieces out of it. So that one pick, I think there was 6 of them, 7 of them. Let me look. I can tell you, 7 of them, and you can cut them into like 3 or 4 pieces, so you get quite a bit out of it. You get a lot for your money with that one. I'm gonna do another one up here. Trying not to get my leaves in the glue. And it also makes it easier if you have some of your loops that you see that maybe after you get to a certain point that they're not, they're too big maybe, like this one up here. Seems like it's a little too big to me, but I'll have to wait until I get done. It makes it easy to go back and adjust them because you've only wrapped it around the ties, the pine pieces. Hello, welcome. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. So if you can see on this side, see those other pieces of greenery in there. Now we'll do the same thing on the other side. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Let's go here and here. And I don't need this that long. I've also got some lemons over here that we're going to stick in this as well. Different sizes and that. And they don't have to be in all the exact same places either. Oh, I want this one at the top. Put one up here at the top. And one more here. Whoops, backwards. Let's make sure we get it going in the right direction. I'm just gluing them to the branches of the, of the base of the teardrop. It adhere really well to that. Okay, now I'm going to use some of the ficus. We don't need a whole lot. We're just going to use a couple stems. So as you can see, there's one, and then the big one, and then this one off to the side. So you got 3 branches on here. We're going to cut it off. Cut this one down. And then you can cut these even smaller and you get more for your money. So I'm going to cut this one right here. And then this one I will cut here. Let's do the same with this. And then we're going to take these pieces and put them in. Thank you, Susan. So again, if you want to get on my email list, just type in the word email. I will send you the link after my live. Or if you want my supply list, you can type in the word supply. I'll send you that as well. That has everything on it from my ribbon racks to my wire cutters. Ow, that hurt. Don't glue your fingers. And don't forget to join my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my channel over there. Sorry, I glued my fingers, guys. Subscribe to my channel over there, and you can see my live on Fridays over there. This Friday will be early. I was going to just record it, but I may not get time to do it, so I might have to just do it early on Friday because I have plans on Friday afternoon at the normal time, which is 2:30. But normally on Fridays I go live at 2:30 in the afternoon. So we have an evening live and then we have the afternoon live. So I'm just putting these in. Sounds like we're going to get more rain here in a little bit, so I guess I better step on it. I also have some sign and ribbon sets in my shop if anyone's interested. Take a look at wreathdecorbydawn.com and you will see those. I have several different ones. I also have some ribbon by the yard. And I have some embellishments in there. Whoops, that one didn't go quite where I wanted it. So I talked to Mr. Bob today. He said to tell everybody hello. He is doing well. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I figure with everybody that's getting hacked and losing their business pages, I just really need to have a backup plan, because if something like that were to happen to me, you know, I'd still want to be able to do my lives. But if I don't have my business page, it's going to be kind of hard to do. So, and some of those people are not, have not been able to get their pages back. Which really sucks. We spend a lot of time building up our pages and our following, and then somebody comes along and takes it away from us for no reason at all, just because they want to. I don't know what's in it for them. It's not like they're doing anything with the pages. So I don't know what the gain is for them, but it just is awful for those that have worked so hard to build up a page and then have it all gone. Alright, we'll put some greenery in our bow when we get to that part. So now I'm going to take, we don't need that one anymore. Let's take a little bit of this. And this eucalyptus came from Old Time Pottery when we still had our store. So I'm going to push that up and cut off those pieces. Ours has since closed down, so we don't have one near me anymore. Which I really miss it, because some of their stuff I liked. Like this greenery right here. They also had another fern that I really like. It's a lace fern. But, like I said, we don't have one anymore, so I can't get it. Oh, well, thank you. I would miss you guys, too. That would just kill me if I couldn't be on, you know? Alright, some of these are going to have to come off because there's just way too many. So what we'll do is we will cut it down. We'll use the stem to put those on there. And make 2 picks out of it. Yeah, and it is nice. There are some people who, you know, like, that, you know, prefer YouTube over Facebook, and then there are those who prefer Facebook over YouTube. It's just I guess it just all depends on what you're used to watching. You know, some people started out watching YouTubes and, you know, videos, and others, it's all new to them, so. So we are making smaller picks. And all I'm doing is taking these pieces and putting them on another stem, and then I'm folding the end of that stem over like a hook so that it doesn't come undone, because I don't want it to slide off of there. No, I didn't get anything from you today. Hopefully it comes tomorrow or before I leave Friday. Oh, thank you, Samantha. Well, I don't know if I can stand up to Lori's caliber, but I do appreciate that. Yeah, I watch both too. Alright, that one's not going to be long enough to make it. Well, maybe it will. I don't really need them very long because they're going to be stuck into the greenery. So we just need those few pieces. So I took those 3 stems and just turned those into what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. If I could get that tight. So we don't need this bush. So we're done with that one. So see, those stems are still pretty long. Cut it down just a tad. Yeah, it's just a matter of preference, I guess. Some people prefer one over the other, and I don't mind either one. I watch them both, so. I mean, if I had to choose, I'd probably go with Facebook, only because I've been on Facebook longer, but... So I'm just taking these and I'm putting them in, you know, wherever. Willy-nilly. Just filling it in. And I do have extra stems here for this one I just cut off. I do save them. So I can just take that and put that on here. Oh, well, I appreciate you saying that. I don't think so, but I appreciate that. Oh, it was fun. He stayed up until well after midnight. He doesn't like, I only have a playpen here for him, so he doesn't like sleeping in that. So whenever I put him in it, he throws a fit. And it's so funny because it's not funny. It is funny, but it's not funny. He throws a little tantrum, and when he does, he stomps his feet and claps his hands. And that's his tantrum. So I ended up putting him in bed with me. So he got to sleep on Papa's side of the bed. But he was still up until midnight, after midnight. And of course, Grandma was tired. But he did sleep until probably 7:30 the next morning. So, and apparently we had a thunderstorm and neither one of us woke up. So what does that tell you? But I still have not heard him say Grandma. He says it whenever he's not here, but he never says it when I'm around. Isn't that the way it always goes? Little snot. I did talk to him on the phone tonight. He gets all excited when he hears your voice. I was talking to my son, and he had me on speaker, so the baby could hear my voice. So he got all excited about that. He's out of the country right now for work. I can't say where, but he's in a safe place. All right, so this one I'm going to put right up underneath my bow. This will be the last piece. Going to go right in there. Let's get rid of these glue strings. But yeah, we had fun. You know, it was tiring, but it was fun. It's always fun when I have the grandkids. All right, so there we go with the greenery. Now we're going to put in some of these little white flowers, and we're going to see if we're going to put in this other greenery. I don't know now that I'm doing it. I don't know if I'm going to put it in. I like it, but let's see. Let's cut off a piece and see. It's kind of long, but I think it kind of gives a pop. Maybe I would put in a few here and there. Yeah, I think I like it too. I just don't know if I want... I can always trim them. Did I glue that? I did not. Let's glue it before I forget and it falls out. Yeah, I might cut them. I might cut them down. See, they're kind of long. You can cut them. So I think I'm going to put a couple. I'm only going to use a couple. So I think I'll put a couple in and then I will trim them down. I'm not saving those. All right, I'm going to put one over here, and then we'll put one up on the top. I want this one. Trying to see where I want it to go. How much does this swag weigh? Oh, not very much at all. They're not heavy. This one is not heavy at all. I think total when it gets boxed up, it'll probably be in the 3 to 4 pound with the box and everything. I lied, I'm going to put one more piece in. Now that I put that behind the bow, I want another one on the other side. Thank you, Susan. This video will be available on my YouTube channel as well. I keep them on Facebook, and I also edit them and put them on my YouTube channel, so that they can be watched later for anybody who might have missed or just wants to go back and see anything that they didn't get to see. All right, look. And then once I hang it up, I'll look and see, if anything's missing, and I will go back and put those in. All right, now I'm not going to use a whole bunch of these. I'm just going to use a couple. Again, just like with the others. Let's see. Let's try this one. I don't know if this is going to work. These might be a little too long. It might. The flowers are all on one stem and they're really long. Yeah, it's crazy. No problem. I'm glad I could do it. There we go. So I'm just going to put a couple in. There's one there. Let's do one on this side. I'm going to have to bend this over. Don't need the leaf, though. The leaf is not going to work. All right, I pulled that out. Now I can't get it back on there. There it goes. So I want to bend the end over to keep it on there. I know. Well, I'm hoping it's going to be warm enough down at Cindy's, and we're going to go to the beach. Just to look around, if nothing else. There, and let's put our little bow on the bottom so I can show you all that real quick. All right, so I'm going to take down here at the bottom, I'm going to move this out of the way just a little bit because that way it'll lay in my bow, and right where those other ribbons meet, I'm going to zip tie this on the bottom. Oh, wow. You have a cherry tree? I saw the cherry blossoms are blooming in DC. One of these days I'm going to go and see those. I've been to DC many times, but not when the trees are in bloom. So I'm taking that little greenery thing I put in here and putting it in through my bow. So there is the other one, and we will curl these at the bottom here as well. And maybe we will put a couple of flowers in the bow at the top. Let me take this off here. It doesn't really take too much to do these. You're in Virginia, right outside of DC? Yeah. I love DC. Of course, I liked it, better when before everything was all closed off, and way back when, when you could actually walk up towards the White House and all those barricades. Of course, that was before 9/11 too. So much has changed since then. All right, let's put our lemons in. So I've got a couple different sizes. I've got some little mini ones. I've got a medium one, and then I have a more of a full-size one. These are foam, and they already have picks in them from probably another time I used them for something else or was going to. Hello from Texas, Sandy. How are you doing? Stick, and I need, let's see, that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So again, that's why I keep these stems. These ones, yeah, these are still foam. Let's see which way I want to put the stick in. So what I'm going to have to do, because I don't have the strength to do it myself, thank you, I'm going to, these little ones look like the perfect size. Put this in at an angle. There we go. I'm going to make the hole first. There we go. Then I'm going to stick it in the glue. And then I'll put it back in that hole. And that'll hold it in there. Let me get some glue off of here. We don't need that much glue. Now that one I can use to put on the other one. I don't need all that glue. There we go. Thank you. And then I can just flip this over probably. We'll just fold it in half. You'll do great. You're gonna. I know you will. We always give ourselves a harder time than what it really is. Yeah, like Susan said, don't overthink it. You will be fine. I'm an overthinker too, so I get it. But we're always hardest on ourselves. All right, so I'm going to put this one right down in here. But I don't think my stem needs to be that long. Okay, I've got strings everywhere here. Sticking to everything. Put this in the glue. Get a nice glob on there. It's okay if it gets on the bottom of your lemon because that's just going to help hold it in. And then we're going to put that right in there and glue it to those branches. Give it a nice shake so it adheres. Want it to touch all those branches in there. I'm going to do another one right here. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm going to fold this branch over because I need it to put this in. I'm just going to stick that right to that branch. It's going to hold it in there for me. And let's put one more over here. They'll do the same thing with that one. Oh, didn't want to do that. Dropped it in the glue. But that's alright because it's going to go right down in here. That'll just make it stick even better. Alright, and I think I want one more tiny one right there. And I don't have... Oh, that one. That worked. That was easy. Let's get that stick in there. We are almost done, guys. I'm just folding this over so that it has a little more meat on the stem to grab onto. Ouch. Stuck my finger in the glue again. And we're going to go right here. Yeah. Oh, the glue stuck to that and pulled the flower off. Yeah, that's not what we want. Let's keep the flowers on there. Yeah, I like the different size ones too. And you could even put one in the center of your bow at the top if you wanted. The bottom one we put a loop in. But the you could put one of these little mini ones right in here too. Might even do that. Let me see. Let's do it this way. I'm going to go at an angle. Oh, shoot, this one's going to be harder to... There it goes. So don't forget to check out my shop if you're in the need for any sign or ribbon sets. I have a few of those. I have the one I did last week, which was the patriotic one. I also have a sunflower, a watermelon, and a home sweet home, kind of a farmhouse rustic one, as well as the flip-flops, patriotic flip-flops. And one with a top hat and a ribbon. And then I also have some ribbon by the yard and some wreath embellishments. Alright guys, I think we're done with it. So I would take these and curl them down at the bottom. Same with this up here, curl that a little bit and then let them hang. This piece right here I'm going to have to do something with. So there we go. I know that sign, it reflects off of that light because of it being that tin, but I'll get a better picture of it tomorrow. All right, let me get this tightened up here. Clip those off of the back later. So yeah, there's a 24-inch that is now 30 inches. So your 30 or 32 is going to probably be about 36 inches when you get done with it. Keep that in mind as well. And you know what? You don't have to glue everything in right away. If you want to just place it and make sure you like it first and then go back and glue it in, I've done that as well. It's not a big deal. It even comes out sometimes better that way. So I will cut and dovetail all of those and do some curling and that on it. But there's our lemon swag, guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really do appreciate y'all being here. Thank you and welcome to everyone who was new. I will go back after my live, and anyone who requested any information, I will get that sent out to you. I will also welcome anyone who said they were new and told me where they were from. And I will see you all next week, 8 p.m. Eastern, on Wednesday.